Hometown Happenings is brought to you by Foothill 7 TV and the Thompson's family of automotive dealerships.
United Outreach was founded in 2005, and we have been very active and very successful since that date.
What we saw was a tremendous need in El Dorado County that wasn't being addressed. There's single homeless individuals, there's sick homeless individuals, and there's families. And there's a lot of children, actually, which is quite shocking. And so for that purpose, United Outreach came to be, and we got some donations and fundraising.
The purpose of United Outreach is to empower the homeless. And the homeless we empower are the circumstantially homeless. There's a homeless population that's chronic, and there's a homeless population that has suffered some sort of setback.
The goal of United Outreach is to help our families and individuals gain control of their own life when life throws a curveball at you.
Either a divorce, an illness, job loss, something that sends them into homelessness. And our purpose is to try help them find their way out of homelessness back into permanent housing. One of the primary misconceptions about homelessness is that it is specific to one population. That is so not true in our experience. What we find in United Outreach is that we are called upon to help many families who have children, many individuals who have suffered a job loss, a divorce, a serious illness that makes them part of this population due to no fault of their own. I mean, this is really one of the primary misconceptions, is that people somehow choose to be homeless. Some people do. Our population is not comprised of that. What we have are people who are struggling to regain the normalcy in their lives, and our job is to help them do that.
So our focus right now is actually serving homeless children and single women and people that are in and out of the emergency room because they can't get better because they're sleeping on the streets. That's the current vulnerable population that United Outreach is fixated on.
United Outreach helps individuals and families with 3 of the programs that we currently run. One is called the Voucher Incentive Program, where we can house people up to 30 days in a motel voucher incentive program. The second is a transitional house at Perks Court in Placerville. It's also known as Grace Place. You can stay up to 4 months in that program. The third program we run is County Medical Services Program, and we have a transitional house for medical respite in Pollock Pines.
In my job, I have families come to the Family Resource Center and not have a place to stay that night. And I can remember in late 2009, United Outreach started the Voucher Incentive Program, where they would put families, moms with kids, or also single individuals, into a motel for 30 days and provide case management throughout those 30 days. When there were openings in that program, it was priceless. Somebody would come into my office, not have a place to stay that night. I could pick the phone up and refer them. In 2010, when United Outreach opened Grace Place, it was even better, right? It's a 4-month program, so a mom with kids would come in and say, I can't pay rent, I'm now homeless, I don't know what to do. And really, they were perfect individuals that had barriers that can be solved by staying somewhere for 4 months, having case management, saving. We have a 50% savings program. They have to put money away. I watched family after family leave United Outreach successfully going into permanent housing. So a number of years ago, there was a dad that I worked with who had a kindergarten young son in our district, and we were able to refer him to first the motel program. He spent 30 days in that motel voucher program and then moved on to Grace Place and stayed the full 4 months. And while he remained employed, he was able, from before he went into the motel program, he was able to save enough money through those 5 months to get into permanent housing. He is still permanently housed. He requires no assistance of any kind. He's totally self-sufficient today. I see him every time I go grocery shopping. It reminds me why I do this work and reminds me that there are successes along the way.
And I can't tell you how many homeless families that we've served in El Dorado County that come back often and say, I want to give back, I want to tell my story. And they're doing that because they know what it feels like to be in a car with a 10-year-old, not be able to provide housing for them. With the United Outreach, it was a solution for them, and they're no longer homeless because of that, and they don't come back and find themselves homeless again.
So it was really wonderful for me to begin to see these success stories and how United Outreach as a program can help people really become functional members of their community and regain what they've lost. So it's a great thing. I love this program.
United Outreach has a campaign called Brick by Brick, and anybody in the community can go to our website at www.uoedc.org and donate. And we have a virtual brick wall that an individual or a business or a church's name can go on our virtual brick wall when a donation is made.
We have some great sponsors for United Outreach. The faith-based community has been very good to us. We have individual donors, we have some corporate donors. We have a lot of generous people in this community. And I think if people knew more about what United Outreach does, we would have even more donors.
My mom used to always tell me, you're either part of the problem, Beth, or you're part of the solution. You know, what I like about United Outreach and all the volunteers that work with us and our board of directors and just the donors that actually keep us, you know, keeping the lights on. And those are the individuals that are responding and being part of the solution. And I can't tell you the need for really being able to help the homeless in El Dorado County enough. There's a tremendous need out there that's not being addressed. In El Dorado County, we haven't received any federal funding for homeless services, you know, for the last several years because we actually don't have enough of the organization together already. So we're really running uphill, and we rely on your donors, you know, out there in El Dorado County that are watching this and that are moved by, you know, doing something with the homeless. And if you don't have financial resources, come and donate your time because we need you and the homeless need you. I'll say this about the homeless. All of us have things and situations in life that just surprise us. I call it life lifing you. And there's times where you get a flat tire, and because that flat tire happens, you don't have the resources to fix it. You end up homeless because you lost your job. So finding solutions to that and teaching people about financial education and letting them learn how to save is a quick fix to actually end the homeless situations in many people's lives. If you want to be part of the solution to end homelessness, join us at United Outreach. We really need you, and the community needs you, and you can make a difference.
We're here at our transitional house. This is Grace Place, located at Perks Court.
And I got to tell you, the very best donor group that we've had thus far is the County Board of Supervisors, who their support homeless families have moved from on the streets into permanent housing. And we can't thank them enough for all the years of support they've given us.